What are the 3 skills you must master to close any deal? Check out this video. Three skills that you need to be able to get a yes in every single sales conversation that you have. The first one is going to be able to be leading a conversation. You have to be able to set a frame of tone, of mode, and direction for every sales conversation that you have. So let's start with tone. What is the mood of this meeting? Is it serious? Is it joyful? Is it humorous? What is the vibe that you're going to have with your customer? Now, this is so important because you want to be able to connect with your customer. And that starts with how you physically look. That starts with the expression on your face. And that starts with the tone of voice that you have. And so everything that you build off of initially starts with that first impression that you make in those first 3 seconds and how you set the tone of this conversation. The next thing is going to be, where are you leading the conversation to? Right? So you have to be able to know where you're getting started, what the middle part is, and then where you end up, right? Because if you don't know how to take this conversation and guide it to where you need it to go, to where you're offering a product or solution that's beneficial to your customer, it's going to seem awkward. It's going to seem weird. You're going to seem unconfident. And the customer is just not going to build loyalty and trust with you. They're not going to think of you as an expert. They're going to think of you as someone who's unsure, who doesn't really know the facts, who doesn't really understand their problems. So you need to have a very clear idea of where you're going with the sales conversation, how you're going to navigate their different scenarios, and how it's going to end up to where you both are getting what you want and they're giving you a yes. Yes, this product, this service is a good fit for my problems. And yes, I want to go ahead and get this from you and your company. The next thing is you need to have empathy. Guys, so many times salespeople will memorize the benefits, the fact sheets, and just the product descriptions themselves, the service description themselves, and that's all they focus on in a sales conversation. Well, this is what this product can do for you. These are the features of this product or this service. This is how it works. And they don't take the time to ask the right questions and to have empathy for the problems that their customers have. Guys, if you can just take a moment and stop thinking about your customers as customers and just think about them as people, if you can approach them as a friend, someone who needs your help, you will have so much higher success rates of getting yeses and helping and actually serving your customers that you will be blown away. The reason is because people make a purchase decision off of emotion and then they back it up by logic. Either way, they go, ooh, yeah, I really feel like this will help me, and these are all the reasons why. Or, ooh, I just really don't think this is a good fit for me, and this is all the reasons why. So it's super important that when you're navigating a sales conversation, that you're connecting with someone, you're understanding that they are a person and they have true problems in their life that is preventing them from accomplishing the things that they want to accomplish, from doing the things they want to do, from having the experiences that they want to have. And you hold the ability to offer a solution or a product that can give them that. And it's your job not to convince them. It's your job not to manipulate them, but it's your job to help them work through the emotional uncertainty of them making a decision that's going to be good for them. And the way you do that is you connect. You understand that they have real problems, they have real solutions, there are real hurdles. And if you can take that point of view and stop thinking about objections, stop thinking about little nuances that they say as objections to you, as objections to your product, but more so the questions that they're asking themselves, the objections that they have for themselves to see their own success, then you can come at providing that product or solution, providing that benefit, providing that after effect of what their life is going to look like after they've taken advantage of your product or service and benefited from that. I'm glad you're enjoying the video. If you need help with hiring, training, or managing your VAs, make sure you click the link in the description below to check out our free VA hiring workshop. If you need one-on-one help with me, click the link to schedule an appointment to see how I can help. And you can really paint that picture of how it fits perfectly in their lives and how it's going to affect their whole life, not just this one area. And you guys have to be able to have empathy and understand that for your customer, for your audience, so that way they can really see themselves benefiting from your product or service. Again, if you can do this, they will not only like you, they will trust you, and they will believe that you're doing what's best for their interest. The third skill that you guys need to be able to master is asking the right questions. So many times, again, I see salesmen and saleswomen get stumped when someone gives them an objection or asks a question that they don't know the answer to. Now, part of this is going to be because maybe they don't know where they're taking the sales conversation. They haven't built the frame around the direction of where the sales conversation is going, where it leads to a yes and eventually a sale. The other part of this is they haven't built enough empathy to understand what the main driving factor is for the customer to want to make a purchase decision. And the only way that you can find out what the main driving factor is to making that purchase decision is by asking real questions, having empathy, and trying to understand the problems that are most important to them, that are most critical to them, and asking the right questions to be able to uncover those problems and start to help them build a framework in their mind of what an appropriate solution would be. So, ma'am, sir, I hear that you're struggling with this. What do you think some solutions would be? And let's explore that. Let's talk about that. And I can let you know if any of my products or services fit those solutions. That is an amazing way to have a sales conversation. And if you can approach it that way, now you're not getting to that dreaded, so would you like to buy? You're not getting to that, so can I have your credit card or is it cash today? You're saying, hey, you told me because I asked you the right questions that this was a good product or service. You said that this would be a good fit for your needs. If they give you any kind of objection, remember, it's not about you at this point. It's about them. It's about them being uncertain. They haven't made that emotional connection yet of how this is going to benefit them. So all you have to do is start asking questions. Hey, I understand that you're telling me now that you think that this doesn't make sense, or that maybe you need to consult with your spouse, or you need to look at the money, or whatever it is. I totally understand that you feel that way, but let's talk about that, because 3 minutes ago you told me that this was a perfect scenario for you. So besides whatever objection you just gave me, is there anything else, any other reason that would prevent you from moving forward today? Now, normally when you can ask questions like that, the second response will be the actual true objection that they have. Now, you can repeat this as many times as you want. But guys, the point is that you have to be able to ask these questions. And the only way you're going to be able to ask these questions is, one, knowing where you're leading the conversation, having an unapologizingly goal to serve your customer with the product or solution you have, understanding and having empathy of your customer and what their real problems are, and really trying to see and understand and explain if your products and services can really truly benefit them and help them. And third, you have to be able to practice, know what kind of questions to ask, have the frame of mindset that they're not rejecting you. They're most likely not rejecting your product or service. Just in their mind, they haven't made the emotional connection of how that product or service is going to truly benefit them, if it actually will. And so these three skills, if you guys can master these three skills, you can get a yes. Maybe not in every single sales conversation, because some people just won't buy, but you can qualify very, very well. So by the time you're getting to that offering of your product or service, or you're asking for that sale, it will be a yes every time, because you will be eliminating people if they're not a good fit for your product or service, or they're not ready before you ever get to that question and you would get that no. Hey everyone, that's the end of the video. Thanks for tuning in. If you want to see more videos like this one, go ahead and leave the like button to let me know that you got value from the video, as well as go ahead and hit the subscribe button so that way you can be tuned in when I create more videos in the future. Also, go ahead and check out the description if you want to find out more information about working with me one-on-one. I do provide consulting and coaching services for hiring VA teams, for marketing teams, and sales teams to help your business get consistent growth so you can live a life of abundance.